to get started, Fez.
Washington's 106.7 WJFK. Here starts Ron and Fez.
Okay, good. You're in for that, right?
Ron and Fez.
Hey, what happened with Fez's Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, why did I have to wait for my drink?
Well, Billy had just grabbed the Dr. Pepper out of the bag and started chugging it before I could turn around in time to go, no, that was Fez's, so I had to run out real quick.
So like a bear stealing a pie off a cooling windowsill, Too Fat, Too Furious grabs my Dr. Pepper and starts sucking it down.
Insults right this second. You insult this Armenian
closer to the mic.
Who puts a bag on my desk with my chicken salad sandwich and a Dr. Pepper in it right on my desk.
Well, did you order a Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I said.
No, you didn't.
Shut up for a second. Wait till the adults are done talking.
Look how mad you are.
He's too fat and furious.
I am not Mikey D. All right, I will stand up to you. I ain't going to take
You're twice the size of Mikey D.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
certainly not Mikey D.
I'm twice as funny as you, so just shut the hell up. You put that on my desk.
You drank my Dr. Pepper.
No, I don't touch. If it's yours, you know me better.
I don't touch.
You know me better.
Come over the top rope so angry.
No, because I'm sick and tired of this little. I'm sick and tired of this little friggin' pussy here stabbing everyone on his staff in the back when he can't even be in here and be funny for 1 second on his own.
All right, so
He screws up. He screws up the order.
Knocked the mic into his head.
He screws up the order and then pulls my water out of the bag and goes, "Oh, S, here, you wanted this, didn't you?"
I know. I looked over through that window and saw you downing a delicious Dr. Pepper like you were trying to get rid of the evidence.
Hell no. You talk to your little gopher here.
Why is he mine?
Because he's the one who screwed it up. I am not.
What are you saying that he stabs everybody in the back?
Everything else is everyone else's mistake or fault, but Harry. Did Harry walk in here and say, "Oh, you know what? I put the Dr. Pepper in the bag with Billy's sandwich and put it on his desk." You know, I can understand how that could have happened. No, it's automatically the fat pig and went and drank your Dr. Pepper.
I didn't say in so many words.
That's a good impression.
Well, no, you should, but you should also look in a mirror there, Skinny. All right, hold on.
You forget your whistle, Coach?
Well, you tried that joke before. You keep
well, it got on the air now. You were busy shouting, Farley. What do you want from me?
Callbacks don't work twice in a row.
Farley?
That's what a callback is, you idiot.
No, not if you do the same one, dummy.
All right, stop. You guys
had to be funny the first time to call it back.
You guys are yelling too much. I mean, believe me, I like
God. I feel like I'm in comedy school.
I know, but I love seeing everybody break apart and have breakdowns here. But let's just take it one at a time.
It is massive. It's Jonestown in here.
It's insane. And Billy, I never even saw you like this. Now, Harry, what did Billy order?
He ordered a chicken salad sandwich and a big bottle of water.
All right. Now, what did Fez order?
A tuna fish sandwich and a Dr. Pepper.
That, my friend, is a lie.
That is a bold-faced lie.
On both parts.
What did you order that I got wrong?
Remember when we had the conversation about the sandwiches?
Let's go back in time.
Ronnie, are you hungry?
Yeah, I guess I'll just have that stupid tuna fish again.
Okay, I'm hungry too, but I know I just don't want the tuna.
What do you want then, Fez?
You know what? Here's an idea. How about getting me a grilled cheese?
Oh, damn it.
Meanwhile, in the present...
Now, hold on.
That one up. I'll admit I messed that up.
Okay. What did I get?
A tuna sandwich, because I was so used to... It's my fault. I was so used to getting tuna.
Oh, get that on that. Hold on. Let's get that as a drop.
Use an industry reference.
By the way, shut up for a second. When you took my order, I said I'll have the chicken salad sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. Did I? No. I said that first, correct?
No.
Oh, you lying
for a bottle of water.
I said it. Then I said no. You know what? Get me a big bottle of water. So I figured you, in your infinite idiocy, did not remember my water and just got me the Dr. Pepper.
Well, you got a Dr. Pepper at least. I didn't get my sandwich or my drink.
God almighty. You know, an intern has one stinking job to do. One stinking job. To just go out and...
Well, he did a stinking job, so I guess he succeeded. And look at me. Now I'm agreeing with Coach.
I did mess up, Fez, on your sandwich thing. I'm sorry about that.
And I did change it from a Dr. Pepper to a water. And if you're too stupid to remember, then you shouldn't even.
I got you the water.
But did I not change it? Did I order a Dr. Pepper?
You changed it to a water.
Yes, and you said I did not before.
All right, Billy, I don't understand what you're so upset.
So I'm not surprised when he...
Harry, please.
So
Billy, why are you screaming? Why? I've never seen you this angry.
Yeah, you got your Dr. Pepper and your water and the right sandwich.
You weren't this angry last night about not seeing your kid.
You know why? Because I am sick and tired of always being like, you know what, Billy effed it up, Billy effed it up, Billy, you know what, guess what?
Then don't F things up.
No, then don't put something on my desk as
and
my
expect
order.
it not to be eaten.
You know, you give me my order. Was there anybody else's order in that bag?
It was in separate bags.
You
Billy.
plopped it on my desk and walked into the studio with the food.
With the wrong food.
Why can't I have my grilled cheese sandwich?
I
You
will
F
take
up.
care of that. I'm sorry, Fez. That's
I
my
don't
fault.
want it now. It's 10:14.
You don't even have the balls to F up to anyone but Fez.
What does that
What's
mean?
that? Why a shot at me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
And wouldn't it be the other way around, where if I had balls, if I wanted to mess up, I would mess up the boss's sandwich? Like,
no,
where are you going with that?
Like, you'll tell Fez that you screwed up, but God forbid you screw up.
Because I did screw up. Your thing is your fault. You just grabbed someone's random soda.
Unless this is some new tuna cheese.
I got up out of my chair.
You never get up out of your chair.
Yeah, I know, because you're always sitting in it, doing nothing, staring at Wonder Boy's ass.
Oh, well,
I
it's a
come in
cute
and
ass.
the phones are ringing, Harry's staring at the ceiling like he's in Alice in friggin' Wonderland. I'm like, push the phone down, say hello.
Billy, are you high tonight? I've never seen you like
No,
this.
it's
in
like
a long time.
It's like a pimple. It's come to a point.
And
It's
just
old manic, Billy, that we haven't seen.
And just so everyone knows, for the coach reference, he's in a gray hooded sweatshirt with a baseball cap on from his high school of the class of '09.
Thank you for explaining the Harry
He's
joke.
taking a knee right now.
It looks like, Mr. Hine, would you please take the offensive lineman down into the to the sled?
He was supposed to be on New
What is it
Rockne's plane.
He looks. Remember Revenge of the Nerds? John Goodman dressed up and like lecturing all his football players. That's what he looks like.
On the day you were born.
Go get that house. Hey, you do know something about athletics, Harry.
What is the viciousness? I wasn't
It's
prepared for
unbelievable.
this.
You got a guy who's sitting here, looks like he's got bomb strapped to his stomach.
Oh.
Again with racism.
Look at him, he's got the friggin' beard. The only thing he doesn't do is hit his knees 5 days a day and face Alex. That's
He's
a day on Wonder Boy.
He's Armenian.
Whatever.
Don't you
They're all
write
the
a crappy
same.
song parody called
Come
5
on.
Days a Day, Billy?
Why don't you write something, Harry? Instead of telling me what to write, why don't you write something?
Why don't you write the order down correct, Harry?
That is my fault. I apologize for that, Fez. I will pay for your sandwich because that was my F up.
You know
I
what?
did not mean to do that.
Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Run and Fez?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, I just wonder, is this a result from your professionalism meeting you had the other night?
I know. There goes the seminar right out the window.
This thing, Fezzy, the wheels have come off. This little show we used to call Run and Fez. This never used to happen when Wardy was running things.
Rory Hamptons.
Well, you know what, Ron? You get what you pay for.
Who's that a shot at?
What was that mean?
And he's just storming out like follow smoke.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I'm tired of arguing with a friggin' refugee who doesn't...
All right, enough.
What am I supposed to do with this sandwich?
What? In other words, the fat jokes are okay, but there are certain things that are off limits for some other people?
It's just that I just thought of Too Fat, Too Furious tonight, and I wanted to use it.
Yeah, okay, but do I hear Fez going, oh, no fat jokes, that's mean? No. So, anything's okay with Billy, but God forbid we pick on the little stubby, little chubby little intern who can't get an order right.
All right, you know what? Let Ray Wagner come over here now and settle this. Ray?
Get him in here.
Now, Ray's both of your best friends.
Right now I call him a ray of hope.
And by the way, Billy, when you yelled, don't start that on me, I'm not Mikey D, it's like you put an arrow through Mikey D. Because you're making him seem like he's a bitch.
No,
and he's not.
I talked to Mikey D on the break.
We haven't had the break since you said it.
Did you somehow run back in time?
No.
Listen, in the future, I'm going to say something that you'll find quite offensive.
Coach, you understand teamwork more than anyone.
It's radio. Enough with the coach references.
You're dressed like a football coach.
So what? What? You're dressed like a friggin' waiter. You're dressed like a skater boy.
His
What
hat.
difference does it make?
Are you talking to me and Ronnie?
What difference does it make what we're wearing on radio?
Oh, I guess I'm the waiter. Of course I am. I've got the wrong effing sandwich.
You're dressed like Ron Goldman with blood all down your front. All right, come on in here, Ray.
Yes, Wonder Boy.
You're a man now, okay? Let's drop the Wonder Boy. I've always found it offensive.
You guys named me that.
What,
We thought Tenacious D was going to be bigger.
could you take the place of Wardy, and could you please...
Rory.
Who? Rein the staff in? Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Because Ray and the staff, and that was going to be Mikey D's thing, and then he literally had a psychotic episode over the last several days.
And it turned out that the staff was 2 other Mikeys.
I'm sorry. That room is my responsibility.
But Billy,
Why,
it's always...
Put me in, Coach.
But Billy, this is the first time in 4 months you haven't been totally downed out. I haven't seen you with this much energy since Clinton was president. I'm shocked.
Well, I've just been keeping it under wraps. This is, well, my therapy is working. I'm speaking my mind. I'm tired of taking crap from these guys.
He means sandwich wraps, by the way.
Oh, yeah, really?
All right, in all honesty, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give everybody a card
Uh-huh.
and write down who gets the job as replacing Wardy is about keeping that
Rory.
together.
Rory Hampton. Does Mikey get to vote?
Mikey gets 3 votes.
Wow, all 3 Mikeys get to vote.
So, Mikey, come on in for your vote.
Come on over. Don't.
It's a secret ballot,
The way this
and I want you guys to honestly vote with your hearts and your heads.
over who should be ringleader.
Are you guys voting?
No, I don't think we will.
That would be interesting, though.
Can we use your hat, Coach?
It would be interesting, but if I sign any of your names down, it could come up later in court. And I don't want anybody to think that I even know you fellas.
It's all right. Whatever the papers say, we all know who it is in real life.
I don't know what that
Put him in Billy's hat.
No, here, I pass him over. Why am I touching Billy's hat? Take him out of there.
There's nothing wrong with my hat. I don't have eyebrow mites.
What's on your D, Billy? What got burned off your D today?
Well, I don't have a hat on my D.
Not anymore. All right, do you have all the votes, Ronnie?
It's wrapped like an old toothache.
If we could let one person into master control, we could play the Survivor music and see if the tribe had spoken.
All right,
I'm very excited. This is the vote now. The staff has voted Mikey D, Harry Elvis, Ray, and Billy Staples. They've all voted to see who is going to be the new team leader.
this is,
Because someone has to take control. The show has imploded.
oh, by the way, Jersey Rich wrote into me, he's one steaming dad now. For those of you who followed the one cool dad.
Jersey Rich is the best.
Jersey Rich, I'd say line of the night, maybe. Spirit Award goes out to Jersey Rich.
Nice, the Run Fest Spirit Award.
All right, come on in, Mikey. Enough of you trying to grab music. That ain't going to happen.
Cameron called and said, turn that crap off.
Let's stop kidding ourselves. Fezzy, now, before I read these out, if you had to guess, who do you think would win this?
I would actually think that the vote is going to go in the way of the artist formerly known as Wonder Boy, Ray Wagner.
All right, the first vote goes to me. So that could be anybody.
Who's that stupid?
Second vote, Billy.
All right, so Billy's in the lead.
Third vote, Ray Wagner.
Oh, nice. Okay, now it's a tie.
So it's Ray Wagner, Billy, and basically one unaccounted vote as me. And
Oh, the final vote.
the final vote and person, I will tell you this, it started off as Wonder Boy, but was scratched out, and the winner is Ray Wagner.
Well, the Cobbler twins are stuck together, I see.
Billy, it's that kind of dissension that we're going to have to work on getting rid of if we're going to make it through this as a group.
What can we expect?
It ain't gonna happen.
Could I talk on my own effing show?
If I was running it.
What can we expect from your administration?
The thing is that I feel like a lot of people here...
Billy just threw something and left. This is the kind of thing I need under control.
Mikey's tapped out and then Billy.
Billy's going to get a fine from the NFL later on for that.
Billy at least came in second. Mikey D and Harry got no votes.
I hope it wasn't Mikey who wrote down me. I'm hoping that was Harry.
Harry Elvis said, if nominated, he will not run. If elected, he will not serve.
He can. He's not a citizen. All right, Ray?
Yes.
You are the new Wardy.
Rory!
Who?
Rory Hamptons. We all love him.
Huh. Was he the one we called Hawk?
No! Hawk was Hawk.
Was he called Tasteless something?
No, it was not Tasteless Rory. It was just Rory. Rory Hamptons.
Well, whatever. That's yesterday's news. Today's news is Ray Wagner.
Whole new regime now.
I'm excited about this.
We're all going to start working as a team. There's no more yelling. There's no more egos. We're all going to try to be here for you guys, which is what we're supposed to be doing.
You're the point man with El Jefe.
Yes.
And you're the point man with Cameron.
From now on.
All right, so and I want you working with Tammy in promotions.
Sure.
You know, so that we have the prizes all lined up and they're not getting lost again.
I'll speak to everyone tomorrow morning.
What is it, Billy?
You think the first order of business would be when you edit a song parodies to not make it last 4 minutes?
I think the first thing I'll do is try to make sure we're not going to sit in here and slam each other all
were you
night.
recognized?
It doesn't matter. It's like any idiot out of Connecticut School of Broadcasting should know a song parody.
All right, Porky Pig. My
That's
problem
a sponsor
is
and a fine.
They are.
Fine school.
He graduated, I heard. But anybody should know that a joke ends when a joke ends. I mean, even Harry knows that. Okay? It doesn't go on and on and on and on and on.
Why take a shot at me, original fatter Elmer Fudd? All right, guys, why don't we take a break here? We're going to settle this when we come back, right, Billy?
All right,
more authority.
We'll be right back.
It's the Ron and Fez show.
In all honesty, I thought the winner was going to be Billy.
Really?
It's just the force that he came in here with tonight. He was drilling everybody. He was, I would say the new Billy, but he reminded me more of the old Billy.
That's the kind of leadership, though, that we're not going to have. I'm not going to come in and start slamming all the other guys that work here. We're working as a team. For Billy to come in and do that, it just creates dissension. Now, Harry Elvis is angry. Mikey D's angry that Billy's taking swipes. Everybody gets angry. No one's working together.
What are you going to do about this? You're the new team leader.
I think that the first thing we have to do is we all have to realize that we're here to help Ron and Fez out. We're not here just to get our own anger issues on the air or come running down the hallway when we're angry because someone didn't get our food order right. The thing that should be bothering us is whether or not you guys got your stuff right.
I didn't.
That's what Billy should be. Billy should be running in here angry that
Look at Billy.
See, I understand Billy's upset because he lost an election tonight, and I'm not going to get angry with him if he's going to act out. I understand that. That's what someone does when they're angry. But what Billy has to do is he has to use that energy positively. He has to turn that around and decide he's going to work for the team and not against it.
All right, what else are you planning on doing?
I think the first thing we have to, just before the show even starts, it's such disarray. I think that we have to institute better. Everyone has to know better what their job is before the show.
I like that because tonight the show open was lacking.
Right, and of course, and my part was lacking too. I mean, all of us. I don't speak as an outsider, but I speak as one of the group. We all have to work harder to get a better product on the air. I think maybe we'll start with a phone call. I was thinking like a 4 o'clock-ish kind of phone call before the show, just to prep with everybody.
What, you Al Dukes?
No, but the thing is Mikey. No, it's okay.
Ron, you had your chance. You were in the election. You didn't even get one vote.
Yes, I did. I voted for myself.
You wrote me?
Yes.
Was that you?
Yes, that was.
Well, we can't count someone who writes me. We don't know who it is.
But it's okay. I don't mind him voicing.
You still lost, though.
I don't mind him voicing his objection. It just gives me a chance to explain it to him. Mike, the thing is that even though that's not an idea, maybe I'm not the first person to come up with a phone call or a certain time of day, it's still going to be a benefit. It's going to be a valuable tool that we can all use together to make sure we're coming in here on the same page.
Okay, Ray, I understand that. But here's the thing. You're saying, we shouldn't be slamming each other, right?
Right, yeah.
Should stop from the top then, and that's you now.
Right.
And you slam everyone behind their backs all the time.
Well,
And
on
what
air
does he do?
and off air.
What's he do off air? Because I don't talk to him off air.
He's always slamming everybody, in the control room, and then he's slamming me the other day.
All right, let Harry talk. Everybody has to have a chance to talk.
I don't think it's so much slamming that Ray's doing as critiquing. And I like the idea of, more or less defining our jobs. I think that's a positive step in the right direction from our, the new administration under Ray Wagner.
All right. Fair enough.
Billy, everybody voted. I don't know why you're coming back in here mean.
The only reason it's not slammed behind the back is because Harry will follow and kiss this kid's ass wherever he goes.
Mr. Gore, you're really coming off as a sore loser.
Look, you can vote all you want. We all know who's in charge. We know who's in
Billy,
charge.
Ron and Fez are the ones that are in charge. That's the thing that right now you aren't getting.
You are such a liar. This BS you are spewing. Look, we have to work together as
Billy, what do you think?
What is wrong with that?
It's all a friggin' lie. Where the hell have you guys been for the last year? You've seen this. Shut up, Harry. We're not talking to you.
Why can't we work as a team, Coach?
Harry, shut up. You're not funny with the same joke. I want you to over.
Mikey, come in here.
Mikey,
I want you and Billy to understand something. Harry is like that midget in High Plains Drifter. That I'm the mayor. I'm the sheriff. Walking around on top of the bar.
I'm joking.
If anything happens to Ray Wagner, then you can get even with him.
Then Miss Ecuador will take his place.
As long as the stranger is still riding around town, you gotta respect the midget.
Billy, I wasn't.
Tomorrow at 4:00, you guys should discuss.
I'm not available.
But Billy, that's exactly the kind of thing.
All right, let's.
Are you having your dink burned again?
No, I'm not available.
Billy, what's a good time for you to do this then? I don't mind changing the time.
That's a sign of a good leader. Compromise.
I'll do it when I come in and you guys finally show up before showtime when we have everything finished already.
Billy, I understand that you're upset, and you're going to lash out. You'll probably lash out the rest of the night, but I'm hoping that by tomorrow we can put this
10 minutes.
Is a child, okay?
Right.
I don't
and the thing
lash
is,
out, all right? For the last year and a half, you have been
your spurs are jingling jangling.
The backstabbing little bitch of this whole crew. You've pissed off everybody at one time or another.
Billy,
and now to think that you are in charge is the biggest insult.
You guys voted him in.
You asked for the election. You asked Tweedledee and Tweedledum to vote and me. So who the hell do you think is going to win?
I'm missing a Tweedle there.
Mikey didn't vote because he was pissed at you.
Mikey did vote. He voted for himself.
He's mad at me?
No, Mikey's that mad at the world right now.
Why are you so mad, Mikey?
Why are you mad at the world?
That's just the way I feel like it right now.
Oh, so Billy's right. You are mad at the world.
Yep.
Mikey, you know that you're a valuable member of this team. We all see that. Okay, just because people's roles change, maybe you're not doing the same thing you were doing a week ago. It doesn't mean you're not a valued member of the team, though. And that's the thing that we're all going to start to see.
That's so great. I'll be able to sleep tonight now.
The thing is that
now, I know you guys wouldn't treat Rory this way. Why are you doing it to Ray?
No, because Rory deserved and earned respect, okay? Ray has done nothing to...
Wonder Boy.
It's a shame about Ray.
Wonder Ray, has done nothing in all the time he's been here to earn anyone's respect. He has probably done more.
He won the election. Everybody admits that.
No, that's a Mexican election.
He voted for himself and his sidekick here voted.
You voted for yourself, and
Billy voted for himself.
I voted. That's cool. And then little kiss ass here, the Ecuadorian kiss ass, went out.
I voted for who I thought was going to bring a new dimension to the show.
He's the
who
sheriff
better.
and the mayor. See,
you voted for the guy you shared a booth with the dino with on a Friday night.
But Billy, the problem is not whether or not he should have voted for me. The thing is what are we going to do to make this show better? This show has been suffering the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, because you run the board. Because you run the friggin' board.
And you run the phone.
The 11 a.m. hour's been cooking.
All right, hold on, everybody. Yeah, the 11 o'clock.
So what are you saying? That my announcing is?
So what I'm saying is everybody has a part in the show, Billy.
All right, at some point...
It's Billy, not Belly.
Should be able to talk. Since Wardy has...
Rory!
Whatever has been missing, and we don't even know whether he's coming back or not.
He's not. He got another job at AOL Time Warner.
That blonde kid got another job?
Yes.
Wow. All right, so we've been like a rudderless ship from production thing. who wants to be that liaison with El Jefe?
I can definitely be that liaison with El Jefe. We already have a fine relationship. We talked before the show.
Yeah, you know what?
I can definitely take care of that.
I have already been doing it behind your back without because
Why?
Rory,
Why would you do it behind his back?
Because
Billy.
no one gives him any responsibility.
All right, Billy, this is the thing.
Be quiet for a second, okay? Be quiet for 1 second. I have been taking care of the JFK responsibilities with promotions down there. I have been making sure everything that needs to get done gets done.
But
so
Billy, it's been a 3-alarm fire since you've taken over, which is why we have to do something different.
I'm sorry. Did the show
Billy,
open right tonight?
Honesty is part of caring, and I'm going to be honest with you right now.
Who lost the Aerofest tickets? That's all I want to know.
Who
I want to ask everybody.
He did.
I want to ask everybody who found what I lost.
I didn't lose them.
In all honesty, who does everybody feel like has been, and one at a time, has been filling in best for Wardy up to this point?
Rory!
I have to say it's Ray all the way. I mean, he's done a fine job.
Campaign slogan.
He's just taken over the things Rory couldn't do.
Doing what?
All right, Billy, how about this? Today, when you couldn't understand why the phone software wasn't working, didn't I come over and tell you it shouldn't be in passive mode, something you probably didn't even think to check, and then it worked?
But that wasn't it, because
It was it, Billy.
No, it wasn't, Ray. Because you came over and said, let me get in here, and I said, no, I can do it, and I did.
Let me ask this, and I'm being totally honest, okay? And I really want to know who did this, because this was one brilliant move this week. Who fixed Ronnie's headphones so that he can hear things?
I did. I realized if we just split the signal that you had, which is the right one, we could just split it over to Ron. You guys can both hear the same thing.
Right.
That way Ron's involved in the show, too.
Why did it take 5 months for that to take place? All right.
Because he called Wendell.
In your thing, who do you think has been filling in for Wardy?
Rory!
Oh, it's definitely been me. I've been in contact with the people at JFK regarding prizes and giveaways and every night faxing the winners. So.
They call you up and ask you where the stuff is and why you lost this and that. It's not exactly being in contact with them.
Oh, that you know one thing, so that's what you're going to run into the ground, Harry? You know one thing about what goes on with the show?
Let me check in with Mikey. Mikey, what do you think, in all honesty?
Who do you think stepped up to the plate while Rory left?
I think I have. And when Wonder Boy wasn't here one night, and neither was Rory, I was the only one here, and I had to do everything from that board by myself.
Let me ask you guys this. Can you guys get behind Ray? Can that happen?
No. I think 100% we should all be behind him. He's trying to take the show in a positive direction. I don't see anything wrong with that or why anyone else should. If I'm willing, put everything aside and go along with Ray, why shouldn't everyone else?
What are you putting aside?
All right, Billy.
What?
Is it just as you as the new Wardy, or
Rory!
Can you get behind Mikey?
No, it's not even a question. Rory left me the instructions. Rory gave me the position.
Right.
So, but Billy, you know what? And you asked me, can I get behind Ray?
Yeah.
If it is, it's my last night.
Mikey, can you get behind Billy, or is this a thing between you and Ray?
Yeah, is this a thing about Wonder Boy, or is it you have to have the job? That's the question we just asked Billy.
Yeah.
I would get behind Billy.
I wish you guys would have figured that out during the election.
Just remember, who's got the keys? Who was handed the keys to the office?
Billy, this is the thing. You did get to take over for Wardy when he left, but you haven't.
Rory!
But you haven't been doing the job that we need here, as the show needs to have done. So you were that guy.
So what is it that you're doing? Let's say you're screwing up the opening, running the music wrong.
Maybe we'll do
I'm not attacking the other people on the show right now. We're trying to start a new.
One of the first times that
we're starting fresh.
So you know what? Then don't attack me when I'm sitting there doing nothing. When you
doing nothing?
That deserves attacking. If I could finish my sentence.
I thought you did. I heard a period.
You know what? We all kind of just didn't pay attention to that check and make where he said, if I do, it'll be my last night. As if the fear that he thought that the gasp that would come out of us. No!
You didn't have to say it. I saw it in your eyes.
His resignation's going to be written on a Domino's pizza box.
Delivered by you on your next job.
Elvis, we're not going to start attacking.
Yeah.
Thank you. President Ray? I don't even know what we call you
it's
now.
Just Ray. It doesn't, I don't need a title.
Okay.
I just wanted to be here to help you guys. Elvis attacking Billy is not going to make this go any smoother, this transition.
Right, let me just check with Mikey, because Mikey's the one that seems like he's the most upset, even enough to throw himself in behind Billy, which I never thought I'd say.
Hey!
Mikey, what is it about Ray that you can't get behind?
He's a backstabber.
And Billy's not. Billy's a straight-up guy. And I got to remind you, 90% of the time, Billy's high. And if you throw yourself in behind Billy, how's that helping me and Fez? And when I say high, I mean effed up.
Billy works with the promotions. He works with everything like that.
If you're behind Billy, he teeters. I just want you to know that.
All right. This is not fair and unnecessary.
And, you know, Cameron...
It's not fair and unnecessary.
Just because I don't wear a tattoo that says I'm straight edge and I'm on
Cameron
medication.
and Tammy could be listening to this as you say Billy works with promotions.
Well, I mean, Billy has his responsibility, and then I have my responsibilities, and I know what those are, and you know, I'm not gonna, you know, side with the backstabber. And these two,
all right, Mikey, I will,
and Jekyll have got together here and have, in a sense, done a coup.
All right,
it was a free election.
Let me ask you guys this question, and you can be honest as possible. Who do you think Rory would have, if Rory could have picked his successor?
One more thing, help me here. Who's Rory?
Rory's the producer who left 2 weeks ago.
Woody?
Rory Hamptons.
All right.
Who do you guys each think Rory would have wanted as his successor if he could have picked it? Someone speak.
I honestly don't know.
Do you think he would have picked you, Mikey?
I think I would have been up there on his list.
Up there with who? Billy?
You know, there's four of you. It has to start out as a short list.
You'd all have to be considered.
Just for the record, I do know it was me. We talked about it. He handed me the keys, the papers.
Oh, if only he was alive to back up your story.
The papers that I need to handle the necessary internal promotions and private stuff that interns and other people aren't usually privy to.
This is like when Sirhan says Bobby Kennedy would want me released.
Just to let you know, Rory and I had many discussions about, taking over for him.
I have no doubt in my mind that he would have gone with Ray 100%.
I'll tell you this.
Ray Wagner?
Yes.
I will say this.
Ray.
Is this his eulogy? He loved the sea. He hated Ray.
I can't go on.
Take your hat off when you talk about Rory, Coach.
Matter of fact, during that ride home, that was one of the last things he said.
You gotta go.
All right, here's the thing. Nobody, seriously, I'm trying to be serious. Nobody misses Rory more than me. All right?
Well, when Ray is here, when he does show up for work, he probably misses him just as much.
All right, I'm willing to let Ray take a chance at this, and I wish the rest of you guys would too. In fact, Ray, this is something I've never done. Well, actually, Rory has this. Here on this card is my home phone number.
Wow.
My cell phone number.
Wow.
Call me anytime you need me.
Wow, Fez, I really appreciate this honor, this trust. And I'm definitely going to honor that. Thank you.
Just to peel back the curtain a little bit, Fez, as they sometimes say, you and I, we're looking around with the staff with the wheels off. We've got Billy Staples, once again, missing in action.
No Billy Staples. Took all last week off.
Yeah.
Now missing again on Thursday night.
Well, he hasn't, he worked 3 hard days and he's exhausted.
3 hard days, nights.
And he left here in just a state last night that was unbelievable. Harry Elvis missing in action.
I wonder what his problem is.
And I haven't seen the Wardy in like 2 weeks.
Do you mean Rory?
Yes.
Rory isn't with the show anymore. He's the one that has an excuse.
All right, I'm going to write that name down.
Rory. Rory.
All right, let's stop calling him Wardy.
Yes, let's.
All right, what's the latest that we heard about Billy Staples? Let me guess. Drinking?
Billy Staples stormed out of here last night. Wouldn't speak to anyone.
Yeah.
On the, as we left the building whatsoever. Grabbed his stuff and took off. and now has used some sort of "I gave blood today" excuse not to come in?
I didn't hear the "I gave blood today." I just know him to be missing in action. But why can you not come to work if you give blood?
I have no idea.
And why
don't people do it every day?
And why is an alcoholic addict giving blood?
Maybe he was giving Bloody Marys.
He should be getting blood because his nose bleeds after 2 shots. All right, so we have that problem. We're still trying to put together Fez's wedding, and you said that's turning into a nightmare.
That is turning into a huge nightmare.
You say there's a conflict with some of the people.
There's a conflict, and so I don't even know. I don't even know what's gonna come off, Ronnie.
All right, just calm down.
So I have my own personal problems. Plus, I come in here to a nut hut with the staff.
Last night, also, we let them do a vote, and we shouldn't have, probably. That started a lot of problems.
See, that's just like Iraq. We said we were going to give them democracy. And look what happened.
We said they were going to give them something. They didn't even know what it was.
And that's what happened with our staff last night. We gave them the vote.
To give them democracy is like going to a caveman going, calm down, we're giving you jelly donuts. They have no idea what to do with it.
Sure, if they understood the concept,
sure,
they would learn to love a jelly donut.
But in the meantime, they're trying to wear them like earmuffs.
And they don't understand why they keep getting jelly in their ears. That's our staff. They've got jelly in their ears.
All right, do we have anybody who's working for us right now that's keeping it together? I know Mikey was mad last night.
Mikey was very upset last night. And then, of course, there's the newly elected team leader of Iraq.
Who's that?
Ray Wagner.
Who the hell is Ray Wagner?
Remember Wonder Boy?
Well, why would he change his name to Ray Wagner?
I guess now that he's team leader, he feels he needs an actual person's name.
Well, if he's team leader, he's doing the worst job I've ever seen in my life.
How is there a team leader and no team?
Yeah.
Last night there was at least a team in here.
You know, I will say this. The 11 o'clock show, Fez and I do with no one else. We just come in, we hit the on button, and an hour later, El Jefe yells to us, okay, you're done. It runs like clockwork, and we have fun. We get in here with this bloated staff, and nothing works out.
Physically bloated.
Well, one of them. And I don't know whether we should, call the police looking for him tonight.
For Billy Staples, who is MIA again. Ray.
Yes. Who's Ray?
Wonder Boy.
Oh, yeah, Wonder Boy.
Where is your team leader?
You know, I think that what it is Billy's not coming in tonight in an attempt to try to punish me because he's upset. The thing that he doesn't understand is he's only hurting our team. He's only hurting you.
There is no team.
That's what I'm saying.
Where's Harry Elvis?
There is no fat drunken team.
Well, there's one in our team.
He called me and said he was running late. He had some personal stuff to attend to.
What personal stuff?
He couldn't get his bra snapped? What's the dealio?
Some kind of real estate deal. I don't really know.
He's 20.
Real estate.
He doesn't drink. He doesn't get high, and he's a virgin. He has no personal life.
There's nothing there to keep him.
Billy, on the other hand, has too much of a personal life. Well, what are you going to do about Billy not showing?
You know, I think that I tried to speak with Billy today. He didn't want to talk back to me, so I think I had to give him a cooling off period.
What are you talking about? He didn't want to talk back to you.
I tried to get in touch with him over the computer, and I was like, hey, how are you feeling? I knew he had some kind of doctor's appointment today.
Again, Iraqis and cavemen with jelly donuts. Billy and a computer.
All right,
Don't you listen to the analogies?
This is your first day as team leader, and you got nothing.
No team.
No, I don't think I'd say I have nothing. Mikey's here. Mikey did a terrific job on the opening. Mikey helped us set up. I mean, I think that, Mikey's here. and
So that's one of your credos of team leader, positive reinforcement.
Yes, it's very important. And that's why it's okay if Billy doesn't feel like he needs to be here tonight. The rest of the team can...
No, it's not.
All right, why? What kind of team is this if a guy who just took a week off after 3 days takes another night off?
No, he took the week off before my tenure, so I'm not going to penalize him for that. But
this is on your watch now.
Yes, on my watch.
As of that election at 10 o'clock last night, you were inaugurated.
The thing is I can't drive to his house and drag him here. He has to come in on his own free will. So if he is upset and thinks that taking off tonight is going to help him, that I can understand that. I'll try to speak with him tomorrow and tell him that it's important for him to be here and that we want him to be here.
All right, this is a real job that we do here. It's not one of these things that if you're mad, you can't come in.
Where Billy needs a timeout.
Or believe me, I would never come to work because I'm always mad.
One of the things...
You think I want to sit in here and look at Fez all night? No.
Hey!
Not you personally. What I'm talking about is Fez as a concept.
Oh. Hey!
One of the things that's important is to try to be understanding of each individual person on my team.
No, you know what?
Idiosyncrasies.
Be understanding of me and Fez.
Well, the thing is that...
Why are you understanding to Billy and not to me and Ronnie? Well, we should be the ones sitting home.
Well, no, I mean, without you guys, there's nothing. At least without Billy, we still have the entertainment of Ron and Fez.
I will tell you this. When Wardy used to run the show...
Rory. You were going to write it down.
All right, I wrote down Wardy for some reason.
Rory, R-O-R-Y.
All right, I had a W-A-R-D-Y.
No. Not Wardy.
All right, so go ahead. Where were you?
I think what I'm saying is we'll see that Billy will be in tomorrow. He'll have a lot better attitude, and you'll see that this time off benefited you guys in the long run. So, yeah, he's not here, which hurts us in the short term, but it's going to help us in the long run.
Let me ask you this, team leader Ray Wagner. What are going to be the repercussions? Don't you feel Billy needs to realize that a responsibility has been shirked here?
Well, the thing about that is Billy's been sent on vacations, time off. He's been every kind of negative punishment we can, and he's still...
a vacation is not negative.
A vacation from my problems.
Billy, at least how many times? 7 times has gotten the go home and clean up from us.
Yes, and then always claims I've never taken a sick day.
Yeah.
Claims I've never missed work.
He just takes mental illness days. All right, our buddy...
Spy report.
Has a spy report for us. Here's D.C. Reed.
Spy report.
D.C., you're on the air.
Hi, D.C.
Hey,
yeah.
I understand that Billy's at home prepping an assassination attempt on Ray tonight.
All right, come on. Now you're fooling around a little bit, but he's missing.
And you're just going to scare him.
Billy's missing.
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right, see ya.
Billy's old enough to kill the team leader now.
Here's Mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could somebody please go to Australia and get Data, dump it in Lepresto, and bring him back?
Dumpy Lepresto!
God, I haven't heard that name in years.
Bad.
Have we ever had a decent employee?
No. Do you think that reflects bad on us?
You know who I thought was the go-to guy? Mikey D. And in my heart, I still do. But he's been so angry lately. And now you're saying everything's working out, though, right?
Mikey's upset, but the thing is, he's a professional. He's in here. He's doing his job, and that's really the best that we can ask for. Mikey's doing a great job. He did a fine job on the opening. He helped when we didn't have enough people.
He's the only person here on your staff.
And he did a terrific job, and I think that that's a testament to his...
You're one person away from doing this gig by yourself, so I would kiss ass if I were you.
Well, no, I mean, I think Harry Elvis is definitely on his way, so it'll be 2 people.
Oh, your shock troops? You're bringing in your shock troops, are you?
Maybe, like, if we made surfboards or something, I could say, yeah, show up anytime you want. But the show starts at 7.
No, I understand that.
If this was a taco stand, yeah, you know what? We're open all night. Come by any time.
But it's like being a pilot where you would go, hey, whenever you come in, it's fine. No, you weren't on a schedule.
Well, I'm going to speak to him about rearranging his personal appointments around the show. But
what's going to be the repercussions against him? Another day off? Does he get to go sun himself with Billy in a big fat tanning bed?
I think that repercussions is the way we've been doing it before. It's a negative way to look at the problem. I think what we want to do is reinforcements.
I guarantee you, Ronnie, no one on this show has ever felt repercussions.
No one's ever been fired.
There's never been repercussions.
All we do is keep going, all right, go home and dry out.
Go home early tonight. It's our punishment. Why don't you call it a night?
And why would you tell an alcoholic go home and dry out when you know they're going home and drinking? He's just going home and wetting out. All right, here's Mikey. Mikey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. And that's it?
That's it.
All right, now that doesn't sound
Don't touch me.
Well, what?
All right, Wonder Boy just patted him on the back.
Are you fine or not? What are you saying don't touch me to Ray Wagner for?
Well, he doesn't have to touch me.
All right, what is your beef, though, Mikey?
What's your problem?
Let's get it out there.
My beef is the backstabbing, man. The backstab. That really hurt me. That really hurt.
Well, everybody's not... Here's what you got to remember. Something happened late last night. Everybody who's listening now might not necessarily have been listening last night.
Correct. Well, what happened last night was Elvis and...
there was a vote and you didn't win.
No, that wasn't what I was upset about. It was the fact that Elvis and Ray Wagner have teamed up and decided to be Heckle and Jekyll and stab me in the back.
Wonder Boy, is there a reason that you're hanging around?
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that I feel really bad about the way the Mikey situation is going right now. No, Mikey, this is the thing. It really has been bothering me all night. And I wanted to let you guys know that I think it would just be better if I stepped down and take myself out of this position, because it was supposed to help everybody do better, not make somebody more upset. So I think it would just be better if I just took myself out of that role.
If you wait another 50 seconds, you'll have had it for 24 hours.
I mean, unfortunately, I
agree.
It didn't go as well as we wanted it to, and I think that, I feel like stepping back would be the best thing I can do to help the team, Mikey, which is what I want to do.
No, I think you should stay where you are. That's fine.
But, Mikey, this is the thing. I feel really bad about this.
Why? Why should you feel bad?
Because you're not talking to me, and we were friends until this time yesterday. We were friends.
That's true.
Well...
And I would say close friends. I consider you a close friend.
Consider it.
Right, and the stuff that happened was this silly election that I want to remove myself from.
It's not the election that happened. Not at all. You see that? You don't even know. So who cares? Right?
I care. Then what was it?
It was because you stabbed me in the back. You're saying these things, to the guys. I'm surprised Elvis didn't come in here stabbing me in the back saying that I was on the phone saying goodnight to Lene tonight.
But, Mikey, no one has
no, that's what you guys are doing. And then Billy's telling me that you guys are talking about me behind my back. So I don't need that.
Where is Bill? Where even is Billy?
Billy told me that yesterday.
All right, but Billy's gone. This is the weirdness of all the guys. All right, and Fez and I have tried to sit in here and do a show tonight.
Well, I don't want to be. This does not need to be on the show. It
does. The thing is about radio, you do a lot of times what you're thinking about. This is on everybody here's mind. And we have to address this before we can all move on. I would not talk about you behind your back. I admit I'm snotty and sarcastic.
Yes, you are.
That's for sure.
I admit that.
And I've said that since the day I met you.
Yes, and you're right. And I never said you weren't. But, Mikey, the thing is I would never talk bad about you behind your back. You know that. I was telling you yesterday how much I admire you. I respect you.
That was before the show.
But, Mikey, it's true, though. It's true before the show. It was true during the show. It's true after the show. I have not a bad word to say about you.
Geez, let me take the tapes tomorrow and I'll listen to. Oh, here comes Harry. Let me listen to that impression of me that you did right in the.
I'll tell you right now.
Right
you've
there.
heard me do that same impression of you.
Yeah, but that's to me. You're gonna.
So you don't want him to put things on the air?
No. I don't.
And you know what, Mikey? I got that tonight. When you didn't want to put the tapes on anymore?
I want to put the tapes on. I don't want him to listen to it.
I know. I know. But I remember the old Mikey and what always used to be fun and all, and I don't want to ruin that.
And by the way, Billy's an effing liar. He was just trying to create more trouble yesterday. No one talks about, you behind your back. We never say anything bad about you behind your back.
Mikey, what can I do to repair this between the two of us?
That's it.
Mikey, why would you believe Billy? When did you start believing Billy?
I've never believed Billy. I don't think his name's Billy.
No, Billy was just some confirmation, let's say, because I knew that these guys were saying these things. They were saying it in front of me.
What did Billy say that they say?
That you better watch out what you say behind, because they're talking about you in the control room.
All right, but what are they saying? What's Billy claiming that they're saying?
That was it. I mean, he didn't say that he was saying anything specific.
Well, he had nothing. He's just saying that we were talking about you behind your back, which is a lie. We weren't.
Mikey, you know full well I adore you. I think that you're terrific on the air. I think that what you've done for the show is beyond impressive. And I told you yesterday that I was telling the guys that. If you call that talking behind your back, then I was doing that. But I told them that if I can work in this business as long as them and have someone half as dedicated as you work for me, I'd be as proud as a peacock. That is not talking bad about anybody. That's saying I wish I could have a staff that's as dedicated and talented as you are. Why is that a bad thing?
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Well, Fezzy, I don't know what to say. The show kind of ending like it started tonight. Very odd.
Yeah, on a fairly, pretty much a down note. Not going to deny that part.
Yeah, some nights you have it, some nights you don't. Billy, our drunken buddy, is a no-show, and we don't know whether he's coming back. Mikey is in a bad mood, and now even the other guys are in a bad mood. Harry, you and your dad were running a scam earlier.
That's been exposed. Your HUD scam, what we call flipping.
Ray Wagner was in a good mood today, but maybe he overstepped his bounds a little bit.
And then tried to step down as team leader, newly elected team leader.
I suggest he does step down. I have no problem with him stepping down.
It probably wouldn't be a bad thing at this point. If it's going to continue to hurt feelings.
Yeah, I stepped down as team leader. I think that maybe tomorrow we can have a new election if you want to, or maybe you guys can appoint someone that you feel that the team can...
Why would we have another election?
Because I'm
Just
sure
so you could win and step down again?
No. I mean, I'm out of it. I'm not running.
If I was to appoint somebody right now, Fez, and I can't speak for you,
Yeah?
Mikey.
Mikey D?
Mm-hmm.
I would follow Mikey completely.
Harry?
If it would bring the show back together, I would definitely...
Why is that the only reason? Why couldn't it just be for the right reasons?
I think that is the right reasons. I think that's the right reasons
That
for right
Mikey
now.
has all the skills.
No, he does.
All the experience, put in the time.
It's never a question of whether he has
And
the
deserves.
experience. I think he does deserve it. If he is chosen tomorrow, then I will have no problem following him.
And why don't we go to get the music back so we're not listening to stuff like True when we're coming back?
I have no problem with that.
Like it was a 1983 prom.
We can make that move as well. I have no problems with any of this.
Now, do we let Billy come back again, or is this it for him?
I think that would be Mikey's decision. I think.
I don't know if Mikey wants to make it. He hasn't come back in the room. I would, what do you vote on, Billy?
Yes, of course. Yeah,
Why?
Billy could come back.
Why does he get to come back, Fez? Give me one reason.
Because he's going to come back anyway. It's
You know
not
what?
going to stop him, and I think I'm too tired to fight Billy's demons for him anymore.
Here's the thing. Billy's whole action made this all happen. He kept the guys down tonight, so we were one man down, and now he's going to act like he won because Wonder Boy's out.
He's not going to think he lost because he's not new team leader? He voted for himself last night.
I guarantee you, by this time tomorrow night, he could be team leader. There's nothing to stop that from happening.
Mikey, would you accept it if we wanted to make you team
Right
leader?
now, we're working on Billy. Should we even let him back?
Yeah, we'll let him back.
Why? Is there any reason to let him back?
Well, I don't know why he complains about the phone so much. It was really easy for me to do the phone
Obviously.
tonight.
It's easy for anyone to do the phone.
Yeah, it's a lot of hello.
Hello.
It's
I'll
just
put
being
you
nice.
on.
Hello.
What's your name?
What you gonna say? Thank you.
Harry?
I think we should bring him back only so he can help lug up, some of the equipment. We need an extra body there.
He's not a pack mule.
Yes, he is.
He's a six-pack mule.
All right, you're the new team leader, Mikey.
I don't want to be the team leader. I want us to be just a team. I really do.
That's part of a good leader.
No.
No, we won't go away. We won't.
You're the team leader.
We're here for you.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be like this, like if I'm whiny and bitching about it, because
Whatever it takes, Big Daddy. That's what I say.
Ask Howard Dean.
Did he do that?
He's pulling out all the stops. That's Bob Graham.
Whatever he's got to do.
Exactly.
I just want us to be a team. That's it. I mean, we're all together here. I just want us to be a
But
team.
somebody has to take a leadership. We're not communists.
Someone has to.
Even the communists had a leader. Would you be our Joey Stalin?
I can be a Joey Stalin.
All right, Wonder Boy.
Mikey D, you know the chaos that goes on in that other room. You've seen it firsthand. You know someone has to call the shots in there.
It's just a matter of everybody working together. That's all. That's
Under you.
Okay.
Now, Wonder Boy, would you call Tammy and tell her that you're out?
I will actually leave her a voicemail.
I want her to think that this is the stupidest show that's ever been put together.
But does that mean I have to call up Tammy?
So that she finally goes to Cameron and Alan and says, you know what, I can't take 50 phone calls a day.
All right, so Wonder Boy is out. I want you to hang around and agree with everything that Mikey says. All right, Harry?
Not a problem.
Now, Mikey, you said earlier today, in the last break, you hold grudges.
Can you drop it?
You've got to be able to drop the grudges against who you call Heckle and Jekyll in order to be the leader of this team and make it a team.
Can you bring Chuck and Buck back underneath you?
Yeah, I can do that.
I wish we would have done this before all the listeners turned off tonight. That's the problem.
So they could have heard the happy ending.
Yeah. If we could have just made it through that.
Well, I, for one, am glad that things are starting to get resolved.
I think we're going to be the best team ever.
I think this is just the beginning, guys.
I love clapping.
Do you have anything to say as the outgoing 24-hour team leader, Wonder Boy? And are you back to Wonder Boy now?
Yeah.
I just want to say it's an honor to be succeeded by a better man.
Don't kiss my ass.
You're not going to put up with that in your
it,
administration,
though.
are you?
I mean it, and I always have, and you know it.
That is the first smile I've seen on that man's face in 2 weeks.
There it is. That was the old Mikey.
Like you needed to go on a cattle drive. You found your smile. I hope.
What's that mean, Fez? What does that mean?
Found his smile?
Yeah.
He found his happiness.
And cattle drive. What do you mean by that?
City Slickers.
I didn't see that.
One thing, Ronnie. One thing.
I don't go much for the rap, so I don't know much about that.
The movie.
I come from the rock and roll days.
It's a film. It's a Billy Crystal film.
Sorry.
All right, Mikey,
Don't be
this is all
stupid,
good
Harry.
now?
Yeah, but I mean, this is not what I wanted. I
Doesn't
mean,
matter.
I wanted
You
this
got-
way.
you
If
got
I've got it, I've got it.
You've got it. It's laid in your lap.
It's what the people want, Mikey.
Now, here's the thing, Mikey. In all honesty, are we going to get the old Mikey D tomorrow?
Sure.
He was the Orange Rock of failure. Speaking of which, did you notice that Billy Staples is back in here tonight?
He's wandered back into the master control room.
Good job, huh, Billy, where you can just take off drunk time? It's a nice job.
The thing that drinks.
What would you say about him, monster or just idiot?
Oh, monster. Totally.
Just to let you know, I did not bail out on you guys, all right? I'm here. I'm ready to go. Enough said.
It's not enough
said. Why does the guy who has to come up with some sort of excuse say, enough said?
You know, I never was one of the guys in a movie who would clap when the quarterback would show back up in the fourth quarter. I felt like you should have been there the whole time, Bubs. I'm not going to be cheering. You missed the show, Billy. You haven't shaved, and your hair's stalky.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hulk out yesterday?
No, I prevented my hulking out by taking a person. I call it a mental health day.
All right, but do you know that you should call us before you take a mentally retarded day?
Was yesterday the Olympics again?
No. Has nothing to do with that.
You're wearing a new medal.
I was just afraid that if I came in here yesterday, it would not have been a pleasant situation.
Oh, we wouldn't like you when you're angry. You know, he is the Hulk because he split his pants.
The teeth are green, I know that.
Hey, Andrew, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I think Al Dukes is the Hulk, and he goes around breaking foosball tables.
Al Dukes is definitely the Incredible Hulk.
You know what we should do? We still have the soundboard with all the stuff when we used to make our old producer Al Dukes flip out. And he was like a mild-mannered guy, and we would get him drunk and do things to him, and he would literally lose it.
And he was someone that when he, like a tantrum, the whole 2-year-old analogy, he would start punching walls. Of course, he did knock over the foosball table.
Mm-hmm.
He would start kicking and breaking stuff when he got mad.
And one time, didn't he even make out with a guy?
Oh, yeah.
He lost
You don't usually see the Hulk do that, but...
Well, we blindfolded him, and we were having girls come in to kiss him. And then a gay guy came up and laid one on him. And then when he found out what happened, he went nuts, apparently.
Well, then, like the Hulk, he ended up under a table when he turned back into himself.
And then even like a year later, he would be having an argument with one of the guys that always come up, hey, at least I never kissed a guy.
And then, boom, another wall would get hit.
And he went out of his mind. Oh, we don't have the whole soundboard. We don't know what's on there, Wonder Boy. Move over here. And don't make faces.
I don't know if I have the thing, but everything on there now is all Al stuff. Like if you hit any of those buttons, it should all be.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I want him going crazy.
All right, I'll try to see if I can find it for you.
I'm just singing I'm the gay guy in the gay parade.
You know, I'm telling you, even though Mikey's as a better leader than Red Wagner, I'm sure missing Wardy.
Rory.
Who's Rory?
Rory Hamptons. He used to be the producer.
I thought his name was Wardy.
No, before these two one-termers. Before Carter and Ford got in office.
Wonder Boy, who's now calling himself Ray Wagner because he thinks he's grown up. You had one day as the producer. One day.
It was a pretty good day, all things considered.
No, hasn't Mikey done a better job than you? When I got in here, Mikey was like, the phones are working, the board's all set up, you've got your water, your headphones.
We got nothing but prizes to give out tonight.
Yeah, morale's been unbelievably good since he took over.
But I said this to him. It's because he doesn't have to drag Pissy Mikey D behind him like you had to during your administration.
All I know is everything's working great tonight, and it's a nice change.
From yourself. It's a nice change from you.
I'll just say a nice change from yesterday and leave it at that.
Billy, thank you for only taking off one day this week. Last week you missed the entire week. This time it's only one day.
Well, it was one day with justification, Ron. It was one day. You would probably be glad I wasn't here last night.
You were that angry?
Yes, I was. And it really has not faded. I mean, I'm still angry over what took place that night.
Well, here's the situation, Billy. I don't know I know you weren't here last night, but all the other guys, since they came in here like men, all made up, and the whole team's back together, and everything's good.
And they've tried to work it out. They worked it out at the end of last night's show.
Did you talk with all the guys yet tonight?
Oh, yeah, we've talked, but it's been very casual. You can tell it's been very forced. Because, I mean, I honestly think they know it's me, and always has been and always will be. And
what, the problem?
No, the one who's in charge from when Rory left. And it's kind of odd because it's just like, I'm back now and everybody, it's like, I feel like I'm in a submarine. Because it's like, you guys, get Paulo, get Paulo, get Paulo, get Paulo. All of a sudden, everybody's overdoing things, just to show that, I can do this. I'm in charge. I said, get Paulo on the phone. Meanwhile, I talked to the guy 20 minutes ago, and it's like, it's just silly stuff. It's just like, what? You're overdoing it. I know what to do. We know what we're doing. I'm the go-to guy. I always have been.
Let me call the guys in. If you haven't kept up with this, we lost our producer Wardy last week.
Rory
last week, and some of the guys been around with like a chicken with their head cut off. Billy wasn't here yesterday, guys. So would everybody please tell him that we're all back together, and maybe that's why it sounded like a submarine.
Billy, the thing is we all have to work together, so if everyone mentions something, that way we're all being sure everyone is on the same page. Communication is important.
Wonder, do you like the submarine thing going on back there?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything if everyone repeats it, just that way everyone's on the same page.
Mikey, are you comfortable with the Submarine Act?
I think everything's going smoothly.
I like this. As long as I'm not part of it, I love it.
Sounds good.
See, what you're not seeing with the Submarine Act, it's not cooperation, it's like trying to be the boss. It's like, get Paulo! Get Paulo! It's like...
Yes, we've heard the impression.
Yeah.
On what submarine do they yell that?
Yeah, okay. Say, take her down, or, bring her to surface.
So, I will say this about submarines. That's where teamwork is at its best.
Yes, but a submarine has one captain. In there, it's four captains everyone trying to run the ship. And it is
I wish a bolt would come loose from the pressure and hit somebody.
Did I come off like that, Billy?
Well, you know what? It's just like, I'm not here I miss a day, and now everything's changed. How does that happen?
Well, that's why you have to come to work every day. I don't miss a show when Fez comes in, because I might come back and he'll have another partner. And he'll have a monkey in here and going, oh, Ronnie, you missed it. This is working out great. I play the accordion and look at him dance, and the people love it.
It's like a monkey submarine.
Get Paulo. Get Paulo.
Yeah, there was nothing decided 2 nights ago with that stupid-ass vote with the Punky twins picking on each other.
Here's the problem, Billy. You missed it all. We settled everything last night.
Ron,
last night, just to remind everyone, the last night you were here, there was a staff vote.
Yeah.
We were stupid enough to think that you people could handle a democracy. Wonder Boy was elected as team leader. You got very upset. You didn't show up the next day. The next day, the vote was overturned. Last night, it was overturned. Mikey D was selected team leader when Wonder Boy gave it up.
And I'll tell you this, Billy. The main reason is, and this is a management problem, because Fez and I don't care what happens in that room. So we let you guys vote as gentlemen. Then you guys weren't happy with the vote. We let you overturn it. We don't care.
In what democracy does somebody say, oh, you know what, you just replaced me?
Well, I don't know.
This one?
I mean, democracy is a vote of the people. And you know what? I am the Al Gore here, okay? I did not get the popular vote, but I am the leader.
You're the Leslie Gore, and you'll party if you want to, party if you want to.
All right, let me just tell you the Al Gore thing.
Yeah.
He went away, even though he got the popular vote.
Billy, I didn't come off bossy to you, did I?
No,
you're yelling, get Polo, get Polo. It's
I know. I just said, do we have Polo? And you said he had it.
You're like Kelsey Grammer, not Periscope.
Do not make me live the get Polo again.
I'm sorry.
Whatever happens to me, I never want to hear that line.
I understand.
Let's move on past that. Billy, your chance was last night.
No, my chance was not last night. Okay, you cannot have a vote or any decision without 4 members here. Like I was saying, says me.
None of you guys should get a vote.
First off, look
at doing those state things.
Look at the beautiful mind. Okay, look at the beautiful mind with John Nash.
Mr. Chairman, the state of Delaware, the first state, cast its 1 electoral vote.
Mr. Chairman, the great state of Utah, home of child bride Elizabeth Smart, cast its ballots for the Get Polo candidate, Billy Staples.
Mr. Chairman, the state of Pennsylvania, home of the hoagie, decided we can't find our votes. Billy, we don't care. This was last night's news.
No, it's tonight's news.
No.
I was not here last night, and the only reason I am here tonight is, you know what, whatever happened last night to me is moot. It means nothing. You know, I was not here.
Billy?
You know, I'm the blonde missing from the equation. It doesn't matter. I have proof that I'm in charge.
All right, I'm not high, so I don't understand the blonde missing from the equation.
He keeps yelling John Nash at us.
In the beautiful mind.
Oh, I see. I missed that.
Billy went and bought a bunch of TV guides and Time magazines, and he found a code that says he's the team leader.
He found a code in a pill bottle.
No, the only reason I came in tonight, and I was so pissed off on Tuesday.
None of us knew.
Oh, really?
None of us cared.
You hide it so well.
Well, you know what?
Bruce Banner.
It was Wednesday.
Whatever night it was.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You're missing a week. It's the lost weekend during the week. You used to have lost weekends. Now you're having lost months.
Lost weekdays.
He just told me today this is the worst Christmas ever. And I go,
he didn't get anything.
I go, you've been blacked out for 6 months. 6 months you've been blacked out.
You know, guys, just because I drive you to work does not make me the boss. Okay? You know, you have to be able to
drive us to work.
No, exactly. I'm saying to Mike, what is, the qualifications? Mikey, okay.
Well, we talk about a lot of things during that drive.
Well, yeah, so you talk about a lot.
We're stuck in New York City traffic most of the time.
Yeah, so, but you know what? That's not the question. And like you asked me, Mikey, what did you do? You come in and all of a sudden you're reading the laundry list of things that you've done and accomplished, and it's like I'm reading your resume. You know, it's like we don't do that around here. We don't show our authority. We work together, and it's an understood premise that we all have our jobs to do, and if there's a problem, you come to me.
Then what?
You know, here's the thing. You all have your jobs to do, and none of you get them done.
It's the one thing you have in common.
Hey, Carrie, you're on Fez.
You know, the problem here is that Billy is no Nobel Prize winner to begin with. He is so unreliable. Typical last night. If he really wanted to vote, he should have been here so he could have said something last night. But that's Billy. I mean, consistently, Billy's not there. Something's wrong with Billy. We're worried about Billy. It's called unreliability.
It's also called first one here, last one to leave every day.
What?
So I don't know what you're talking about reliability. You know, I'm entitled to a certain amount of personal days, and yesterday I used a personal day.
Billy, you used up all your personal days. I mean, I don't...
No, he's in a personal days. That's how he goes through life.
You used up your personal days, and Ron and Fez's and Mikey T's. You used up everybody.
And your point?
Your point is
you're a loser.
Unreliable, and you need to go ahead and get your stuff straight before you decide you want a leadership position.
Sweetie, my stuff is straight. I know exactly what the deal is. I'm the one, and I have brought proof.
All right, you know what, Billy? I'm not going to play this game tonight. We did it last night.
All right, then it's official.
What's official?
That I am where I'm in my right, not the man who would be king sitting over here. This is.
You mean Mikey?
Case, yeah, Mikey. The case is, you know what? It was left to me. I never lost it.
All right, let me do a show. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Yes.
Is this me? All right, cool. Yeah, the problem is, Billy, you say, you're the first one there and last one to leave. You got to come to work for that to happen.
One day does not make a year, my friend.
I've been listening to this show all the time. You're always like, Billy's not here. Billy didn't show up. And then you come back, I got hit by a staircase in the metro.
And, thank you very much, Jeff. You know what, Billy, the weird thing about you is people say to me all the time, is that really Billy or is that an act? And I go, if it was an act, it would be terrible because he acts like a maniac. And it's nothing against you personal. You are the way
What do you mean it's not personal? You just called me a maniac.
I meant by birth, not that you set out to become one.
And anyone who does come in this studio goes, oh, my God, it's real.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm a real person.
And then they bring up the odor. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Billy, you show up 4 days out of 10 and declare yourself captain. Nobody misses you when you're gone.
And your point?
That is true. And I will quote Mikey.
Oh, I was definitely missed.
I will quote Mikey D last night going, I can't, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Mikey.
Not at all.
I can't believe he complains about the phones. It's easy.
Yeah, but...
nothing could be simpler.
Then why can't it be done right when I'm in here?
It was done right last night.
How can it be done right whenever I come in here? It's always like we can't...
I was on the phones from, I would say, 7:30 through 10:30 last night, and there was never any problems whatsoever.
Look.
All right, here's the thing, Billy. Mikey can do what you do. Can you do what Mikey does?
No, I don't have to.
What do you mean
You
don't
can't
have
do
to?
what
You
Mikey
just say
does?
You're the leader.
Yeah, a leader does not have to do everyone's job. Everyone knows what job they do, and it's up to that leader to make sure they do them, and we do them efficiently, and people are here to do them. It's a simple equation.
Okay,
the only one I'm happy with is Harry tonight because he's bringing back my food.
Well, a case in
and
point
Fez's
here.
change.
Go ahead. There was one night that Rory couldn't make it. I think he was sick.
Rory. His
Rory.
name is Rory, and you know it.
I'm sorry. Rory couldn't make it, and Wonder Boy wasn't here, and I was the only one to be here to run the board. If you were the leader, you'd be able to do the board. I remember you calling me up saying, oh, boy.
You panicking?
Oh, he was panicking.
Was I making sure that you were coming to make sure that there was somebody there to handle the job?
That's correct.
Okay.
But, a leader should know every little bit of every little thing that everybody else does. Just in case that person's not there, the leader can step in and do it.
You can get a trained monkey to push buttons and switch lights and stuff.
Hey!
Anybody can.
I did.
You did not. You got me.
I just wish I wasn't giving him half my money.
Anybody can put carts in machines and push a button and raise a level.
Hey, shut up! I'm getting offended.
It's a monkey job. Billy's right. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like anybody can do that. It's
Planet of the
God.
Apes time.
It's like, and it make it sound like a big deal, and this is not even
Then
like...
why aren't you doing it, T-Rex arms? Can't reach it?
Excuse me, you're also... You're doing a show at the same time. There's a big difference there, Fez. You're on the air, you're being funny, you're being humorous.
Not now, thanks to you. That's all been dropped.
No.
All right, can I take a break here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoever the current leader is.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the whole Billy Staples, Ray Wagner controversy going on there.
Please do.
I got 3 words for Billy Staples. F. Billy Staples. He's done.
F is not a word, okay?
Well, he can't say what the word is.
Yeah, all right? And
maniac.
Look, you don't know what goes...
Billy, if you knew anything about radio, you knew I wasn't allowed to say F on the radio.
Yeah, and if you knew if you knew anything about radio, you would know that I'm the person who's supposed to be doing this. You have no idea. You have no clue what goes on.
Submarine analogy. Listen for a minute. You got your damn submarine analogy. I'll give you a submarine analogy. You're like... freaking the Crimson Tide with Gene Hackman. Got voted off. Denzel Washington came in and said, no more. You're done. You're finished. You effed up. Ray Wagner took over. Be like a man and take care of business and shut up to your job.
No, first off, Ray Wagner did not take over. It was a mock election at best, and then now he abdicates.
It was a real election.
And then all of a sudden now Mikey's in charge because he drives you guys in every day, and it's just like, you know what? If I bitch and whine enough, will I get to be the boss? Or the thing is, I deserve it.
Just suck up.
Are you still there?
And shut up. And then if you're so dang good, your performance will shine in the
Look,
end.
seniority alone, I deserve the position.
Because you're older than the other three combined?
No, because I've been on the show longer. That alone.
It just feels longer, doesn't it?
Basically, I'm going against the driver and 2 interns.
What?
I'm sorry.
First of all, I'm not just a driver.
Yeah.
Seniority-wise, if we take out all your personal health days, your mental health days, are you still here as long as the interns?
Oh, yeah, I'm much longer. Much. It's not even close.
And your extended vacations?
Which was 1 week, okay? Like, you want to add them up. It still don't even come close. I am a representative of Infinity Broadcasting, and and by the powers vested in me, I deserve this position. And
you should represent Viacom in that Spike Lee trial.
I'll say this about you. You're consistently drunk, and that means a lot.
Now, there are a lot of things that in this job that take persistence. And a lot of things that a lot of the listeners don't appreciate.
All right, here's the thing. And Fezzi, I never thought Wardy was the best producer in the world.
Rory.
He was a little green. Yet, we never had this kind of problems before. Well, Rory never would have taken this stuff to the air. And I'll say this, as all 4 of you guys have done.
Well, when Rory...
I'm done. I'm bored with it.
Well, you know what? Then let's end it right now. Because before Rory left, he left me in charge. He told me, this is the deal. I'm leaving you in charge. And he even told these guys. He gave me the keys. He gave me his important papers. And he said, you know what? You take care of it. And you know what? You're the guy. I mean, if it wasn't for me opening up the office today, we wouldn't have the equipment. Who had the keys to open up the office today?
I don't know.
Who had them yesterday?
I have no. Friday's the only day we need them. Who was the first one here?
I don't know. I don't care.
I am telling you, it is me.
All right, Billy, this is the thing. Rory gave you that stuff because you guys rode home together. I mean, you're slamming Mikey for being a driver. You just happened to be there. He forgot. We went out after his last show. He goes, I still have keys. I'll give them to Billy. The fact of the matter is, if anyone should have him, it's Mikey. He's the only guy who's never not here.
No,
we can't take the chance that on a Friday you need a personal day and no one can get to the stuff.
First off, that's not what happened, and you know it. You're making, drunk Rory did not say at the last moment, "Oh, Billy, I forgot. Take the keys," because he had to take them off his own.
The drunk.
Well, you act like he anointed you from a deathbed. He gave you a couple of his things because you were there.
And he told me,
sick?
And he told me that until whatever happens, and move is made, and whatever, I am the one who is in charge to take care of you guys in the control room.
There's no the one. We're a team.
Yeah, but every team needs a leader. You cannot have mayhem and chaos.
And Mikey's our leader.
Well, no, Mikey is not the leader.
Where's Harry?
He actually had to run downstairs to get some people.
All right. You guys, that's the lack of leadership. That's the
right there.
See, if I wasn't in here, if I was not in here, that would not have happened. When I'm in here, chaos resumes out there.
Resumes or resides?
You know what I'm saying. It's just a point of an experience factor, a person who's been in the hot seat, who's had previous...
A hot seat. There's no such thing as a hot seat in radio. It's not that hot.
No.
Is this the 3rd day this is going on with you guys? The 3rd day.
At least.
This is just going too far.
It's the 3rd day and second election.
Forget it, Billy.
Okay.
You weren't here yesterday, so, let's go with it,
So what, you're taking it by default? You're knocking out the blonde again.
Billy, this is over with everybody but you. You should just be a team player and just let it go. Everyone
you guys are my team. You guys are my team. Simple. All right? And it just offends you because, it's a lack of respect. Because,
you were offended our leader wasn't here yesterday then, if you're our leader.
Okay, well, you know what? There's a lot of days you haven't been here.
When I'm not the leader, Mikey is.
Well, you just abdicated yesterday.
Billy, this is over. Let it go.
Yes, it's in. All right. You know what? I didn't want to have to do this.
What? Take another day off?
No.
What are you doing now?
No.
Taking a pill in front of us?
No. I have brought proof. Proof.
From your therapist?
Of my leadership.
100 proof.
Good one, Harry.
Yeah, from a termite-infested, flea-bagged, little HUD-stealing little prick.
All right, hey.
Taking money from poor people and selling it back to them. Here's an email I got. I won't say originally who it's from, but I think it'll be easy to understand.
All right, everybody's reading over your shoulder but me and Pez. So.
Okay. I know. So the big surprise here, lady in black, as you come in to testify in the courtroom.
So have the little munchkins move from behind.
All right, whatever. Go ahead. Just go.
He goes, hey, bro, I got an email. I got an email from one of the other guys on the show recently asking me for their backing to be in charge of the show. I am not going to say who it was, but regardless of say it wasn't Mikey D, he would never be so low. Bro, I don't know where this is coming from. When I left, it was specifically told to everyone that you were in charge and that they were listening to you. I gave you all the keys, all my important papers, and sent Tammy an email at JFK giving her your email to be the contact in New York for the Ron and Fez show. Why would I even consider anyone else? The only one who comes close is Mikey D, and if you weren't there, he'd be the guy. You have the seniority, the personal connections, and the ability to make things happen, and you deserve the respect of the rest of the crew. Those other two are basically children who sit in the control room and make jokes at each other's expense until you or I told them to knock it off. Why would I even think of leaving him in charge of anything except getting food for Ron and Fez, which half the time they effed up anyway?
True.
Just remember, you're the man and we have always been the guys. Why do you think you were the one who went to D.C. with us? You are the producer, reliable and loyal. While the other two morons stabbed each other and everyone else in the backs, we did our jobs and did them well. If the guys only knew half the stuff they say about them behind their backs. I'm sorry it came to this. Hang in there, bro. And just for the record, I always hated Ray anyway. Rory Belfi, AOL Commercial Production Director, Local Production Manager.
All right, so the Hamptons thing was a lie.
Just to let you know, that email is addressed from Weeble to Weeble.
Yes, I sent it to myself so I would have it, okay?
Why would you have to send it to yourself?
So it was in my outbox so I could print it out, so I made sure I had it twice. What, you doubting the validity of my email? You call me a liar now, Harry? The schemer is calling me a liar?
Yeah, Tommy Flanagan, I'm calling you a liar. This isn't the first thing you'd lie about.
You know what, you're a pisser.
Nothing but lies.
You're a pisser. You know what? Get Rory on the phone. Get him on the phone.
I don't work the phones, Billy.
Get him on the phone. You don't work anything, Harry, as a matter of fact. You know what? All you work is scams. No. You know what? This is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't care. Does everybody want to be the leader?
I, for one, don't. Because I don't want to be in charge.
I don't care. I don't care.
Then why don't we, you know what?
Just keep letting people in.
You know what? You come in with proof and they don't even accept it. You know, what does that have to do? Be stuck in their face with a big billboard? You know what? They don't believe it. They don't want to respect the fact that it is me. You know, what is that, a big problem? You know, it's just utterly ridiculous. I deserve the respect. I deserve the respect I'm not getting. And it's like, coming from some of these people with their backgrounds and stuff, for comments to be made about me is utterly ridiculous.
David, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Go ahead, David.
Methinks the drunkie doth protest too much.
Thank you, David.
People are just saying you're a drunk.
Well, they can say what they want, Ron. I'm totally sober. I was sober yesterday. It doesn't matter what they think of me, of my drinking abilities, or whether I'm drunk or not. That makes no difference whatsoever. The point is, Rory left. He told me what to do, and that was it. And it's a case closed as far as I'm concerned.
Really, if you'd done all those things, maybe we would have elected you, but we didn't.
For you two guys
about anything. And what's with the two?
Maybe
guys?
Another election.
Do we need another election?
Maybe another election is the only way to handle this, Fuzz.
Wow, we're going through leaders like Iraq.
Here's who is running Iraq right now?
You know what? There's actually someone. This is a very weird thing. It is called Iraq's U.S. ruler.
Oh, nice.
Is what we call him.
Does that mean somebody's ruling us from Iraq?
Iraq's U.S. ruler Paul Bremer is in charge of Iraq. Yeah, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Randy, go ahead. You're on the air. We lost you.
No, Randy.
Yeah, good job on the phones.
Hey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, Ron?
Yes.
I think Billy's favorite drink is wine. He whines more than Don Geronimo.
Hey, don't bring other shows into our clumsiness. Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that you are my heroes.
All right, thank you very much. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
This is Willard Scott calling.
How you guys doing today?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, it's getting old with Billy. When people ask for respect, they shouldn't get it, because it's just crying.
Yeah, it is.
It's crying.
Kind of crying. And using Rory against these guys is kind of bad, too. Well, because I got him in on a personal thing, the thing about knowing what the guys said about me and Fezzy, that they talk behind their backs.
What do you want me to say?
I didn't need to know that.
I know. I mean, that was Rory's thing. But let me ask you this. Does Rory want that read on the air?
He didn't say he didn't. I mean, there have been times, like with messages and stuff, they don't put this on the air or whatever when we've talked prior before we left. So.
But you think this one was for broadcast?
Without a doubt. This is to end the silliness that's been going on now for 3 days with this little tiny power struggle.
Well, we thought we were done with 2 days. Billy, who do you want the leader to be? You?
Yeah, of course. It's not even it's a hands down choice.
All right, let me check with Mikey. I didn't even know all the years we've been doing this. I never even know there was a position called leader.
I had no idea we had team leaders.
Yeah.
Because all the team leaders, everyone who wants to be leaders, keeps talking about togetherness and working as a team.
Harry, is it all right with you if Billy's the leader?
Billy's the only one I don't want leading. I don't care if Mikey's doing it or if Ray Wagner's doing it. Either way, I'm happier. But Billy's just he's thought he's a big shot ever since he got to go on the trips. He's given us orders.
All right, Jeff, you're on the air.
Well, guess
hey, Jeff.
That's what the producer does.
Talking to Jeff.
To an intern.
Talking to Jeff.
Hey, I want to talk to Bill. I want to say, Billy, you gotta work on your leadership skills if you want to be a leader. And being a leader means you don't go around telling people that they're doing terrible and things like that. What about some positive reinforcement? Don't be saying, to Harry and everything that, he's a scammer and everything like that, because that's, if you want them to respect you, that, what is this, if you're being a bully to them and everything, they're not going to respect you. Who respects a jerk that's telling them that they're doing a terrible job?
Well,
what about, going in and helping them out and being encouraging?
If you want to know the truth, Jeff, I used to give Harry things to do and he couldn't even do them, so I have to do them now during the show.
You do them, but you don't show him how to do them.
I try to. He just doesn't get the job. Like trying to get in touch with the winners. Okay, you never get the job. I have to remind you all night long till it's too late to call.
There's always other things I'm doing.
You're staring at the back of his neck. You're sitting. You do nothing, Harry. You're an intern. You're supposed to.
Speaking of which, let's give away another pair of tickets, okay? Steve, you're on Ron and Fez?
Hey, Steve.
Guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm just calling because I don't know why it matters what Rory says. When I leave a job, I don't get to pick my replacement.
That's a valid point.
And then Wonder Boy shouldn't pick his replacement.
You're acting.
He didn't leave.
Well, he was elected, and then he picked Mikey. But, that's a valid point. You're acting like this is a will from Rory where he gets to run this family from the grave. And I'll check with Fez because I know Rory was your guy, Fezzy.
Sure.
Does that matter to you, what Rory wanted?
Rory's opinion would have mattered, but that doesn't put it in stone whatsoever. That's the guy who left. The decisions have to be made by the living, by the people that are still here.
No, I didn't follow everything. Did he die, or...?
No, he just took another job.
Why would he write something like this, then?
I would like to know who sent him the email in the first place, asking for his backing.
Well, it wasn't me. Obviously, he spoke very highly of me on there.
To me, that would have been better.
I would have liked to have known that.
Mikey, how do you, since you're in the position now, how do you take that letter? Do you want Rory's...
Well, I can understand where Rory was saying that, he's leaving the keys to Billy and all that because, Billy used to drive Rory home, just like I'm, quote-unquote, the driver for you guys. But you know, he doesn't say anything bad about me, and the fact that Billy wasn't here yesterday and this happened, and, you know, as a leader, I wasn't bossing anybody around today. I was just making sure everything was working right.
But we really just can't go through this whole thing.
It's
Do you want to give it over to Billy or no?
No, I don't want to give it over to Billy.
All right. All I can think of is another election. That's the only thing.
That's all we can do.
Maybe we'll give you guys each a chance to do a speech tonight. A little later in the show, okay?
And why don't you guys vote this time also?
All right.
I'll put my keys on the line.
No, you know what? I don't want to vote. No.
I would end up voting for Rory.
Yeah.
In absentia.
Yeah, I don't want to vote because, you know, you guys are all my guys. And
well, because then it's...
For me, it would be voting for Mel Carnahan in Missouri. The guy whose plane went down.
I thought that when you said that, I thought, doesn't he already run Viacom? Dave, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Wow, I can barely hear you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Actually, my other question, who's got the most seniority on the staff as far as solving the hierarchy problem of who gets to lead?
Well, seniority, no doubt about it, that would be Billy. He's been with us the longest.
And he is the oldest.
And
he gets the attic apartment.
All right, and then is it Ray Wagner or Mikey?
I don't know. Who came in first?
I came in before Ray did, but then Ray got an internship after I started coming in.
Ray saying just the opposite. Ray saying he was in first.
I used to come in October and November before he even started.
But I mean, starting to come in, you know, not just for the parties and stuff.
Yeah, then that would be right.
Okay, because drinking's really shouldn't count, or Billy's got, you know, twice the seniority.
Yeah. All right, Dave.
If we include drinking.
Fezzy, does seniority mean anything to you?
Not really. Not when everyone's been here this long.
Here's Kenny. Kenny, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, why are these guys crying? Why don't they just buck up and be team players?
Mikey, how do you answer that one?
They all talk about being team players, but they all want to be team leader.
I'm trying to get everybody as a team together. So far, I think it's working, except Billy's a little upset tonight. I think the other two guys have fallen in, you know, to where we all have to work together.
Now, the other night, you were backing Billy against Ray Wagner. Remember when you said you would...
If I had the choice that you had given me, yes, I said I would back Billy. I would not back either Ray Wagner or Elvis.
Now, do you think differently after seeing the way you were treated tonight?
Where you got called a driver?
Yeah, a driver. No, I guess I made a mistake the other night.
Made a mistake.
So the only solution we came up with is yet another election later on tonight.
Okay.
And before we do that, later on, we will have speeches from Mikey D.
Okay.
And Billy Staples.
And then we're going to have you each make an entree. Mikey, you putting together your speech?
I have it already in my head. I don't have to write it down.
Billy's going to put together his speech?
Yeah,
I guess so.
All right.
Billy's with a speech therapist right now.
All right, Billy, if you guys are ready to give your speeches, we'd be happy to hear them.
I'm ready anytime, Ron.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll do a first and second, and then I'll hand these to Fez, and one of you guys picks the hand, and then whoever... here you go, Fezzy. Whoever, picks the first one, and we'll have to read first. And Billy, I have the feeling if he loses, that'll be it, right?
I'm not losing.
All right. Billy, why don't you go ahead and pick the hands and see who goes first?
I'll take the left hand, Fez.
All right. Mikey D, you get the right. What is the number?
And I will be glad to go first. I've got the honors.
The guys, you guys are going to be voting.
Is there like a 1 minute time limit?
Yeah, whatever you need to do.
Trust me, we'll stop you long-winded.
Go ahead, Billy.
All right. There just comes a time when we all have to act and realize a certain thing is obvious. You know, that to grow up, for us to act like men, and to vote not with our hearts but with our heads. I mean, I've been here the longest. I've done a lot for the show. I worked very hard with Rory. I've traveled with Ron and Fez. I know the inside of the show and the outside very well. I think for the time we have, that I am the logical choice, the emotional choice. I'm sure the listeners, I'm their choice. You know, I just don't want this to be, if you can put aside favoritism or personal dislikes and just vote for what you think is best for the show and what is best for Ron and Fest. Thank you.
Well dranken. Well spoken. I meant well spoken.
Actually, he didn't sound retarded during the entire speech. Somebody helped him write that.
All right, Mikey D, are you ready with your speech?
Sure. Even though I have not been here as long as Billy, I believe that I deserve this spot because, number one, I have shown accountability, responsibility, professionalism. I can do a little bit of every little person's role on the staff, and I treat everybody with respect. I'm always here for you guys. I, too, have traveled, and that's just a joke with the guys. But I do. Little icebreaker there. But, and you know, I believe that I'm qualified to be the leader because of my, again, accountability, responsibility, professionalism, and the fact that I can do a little bit of everybody's role so I understand everybody's role. And if that person is not in for that day for any type of reason, I'm able to take over for that job and do it correctly and efficiently. And that's basically it.
I like the fact that you ended your speech with the music. Mikey D, he can do a little bit.
He's going to do it efficiently. Hey, we're going to take a break. All right, here we go. First vote, Fezzi.
Yes?
Mikey D.
Mikey D takes a 1-0 lead in this election for team leader.
Second vote, Billy Staples.
It's tied up. This is tense. 2 votes remain.
Next vote, Mikey D. But then it's crossed out. Billy. That is crossed out.
What?
Ray Wagner.
Oh. All right, someone had trouble deciding there, or just couldn't tell everyone apart.
The last vote, and this gentleman will be asked to leave the island, Ray Wagner.
All right, now wait a minute.
Billy, you were not picked.
Ray Wagner got reelected.
The same election as earlier this week.
Yeah, they went along the same little punky party lines as they went the last time. So
How do you
really
know
no
who
change.
voted? This was a secret ballot.
Please. How do we not know who
You know what?
voted?
You know what? I got to tell you, and I think I know who voted this way. To sit there and make a mockery after everything, after anger has been expressed here, tears have been shed, and it comes back to another Armenian joke.
It's a secret ballot. No one knows who voted for who.
That name is written in Armenian.
I'll tell you what this actually means to me, and I'm going to say it to Mikey and Billy, that neither one of these guys has respect for you. Neither one of you.
Sure seems that way, right?
Yeah.
Unless one of you guys voted for Ray Wagner.
No, it just means that they know with their choice they made, they can get away with murder and keep fooling around and playing around and don't give a damn about the show. That's exactly what that means.
Now that hurts my feelings.
Well, that would be hard not to vote for. If I was doing that way, I would vote for the election that would let me fool around and play around and do whatever the hell I wanted.
I would have campaigned on that platform.
Yes.
Vote for me, party.
Maybe that should be the next election. Go nuts. Vote for me and go nuts. Fuzzy, can we even accept this?
Do we have to? I mean, it's an election.
Billy,
don't we have to?
Billy, what do you think? Will you let this... Will you stand for this, or should Fezzi make a choice?
No, it is still an unfair election because it's a biased vote.
All right, I'll leave it up to Mikey. Mikey, if you agree with Billy?
Well, because again, Elvis does something like,
right,
shim sham of a vote.
Shim
sham.
It's shim sham bell. Miles just happens to be a black belt now.
So I couldn't take it seriously.
So you would throw this out as well?
I would throw it out as well. I don't think. You know what? I don't think Elvis should vote. He's tampering with the voting process.
Because he's not a citizen.
I also have Rory's proxy vote. Don't forget.
No, Rory left.
Rory could vote if he was still here. If Rory was still here, we wouldn't have to vote.
You mean that fake email you wrote on a bar napkin?
Do you think it's a real email, Fez, that reads like Rory? I don't,
The fact that it got quoted so many times before it was actually read makes me suspect. Harry has got me wondering now.
You guys can think what you like. Me and the big man upstairs know the truth.
He means his
Rory's
landlord.
God?
What's that?
No, who slept with his ex-wife.
You know what? At least the people I know don't spit on the country that made them a citizen and makes them money every day and curses them.
Wait, but hold on.
Wait a second. No.
You spit on this country as well.
No. I don't spit on the country that made me a citizen. I was born here, and I take resentment to the fact of what this son of a bitch's father does. And
shut up, Sergeant Slaughter.
Not done yet, you Turkish slob.
Oh,
you piece
all
of
right,
Turkish
stop.
taffy crap.
All right, so
The people you know are Willard Scott.
you know what? So far, Ray, we're not. I don't want to take it from you because for the second time you've been elected, and everybody's showing at Harry, but you voted for yourself.
Well, when you said that you didn't like that I didn't fight for it, I realized that it was important for me to step up and say, yeah, being a leader is important.
No, I just think that you're awful, no matter what you do.
But I was elected, and I feel like it's important that we
And you
respect
know what?
that process.
And none of the other guys bring this up. How come Fez is taking him to see the Hulk tomorrow night?
When did that happen? Why wasn't I asked for that?
Wonder Boy asked me if I wanted to go see the Hulk.
Is he paying?
Did he pay? Yeah, he already picked up the tickets.
Oh, that's effed up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Why is that effed up?
Hold on, didn't I not invite you out for Greek food tonight? And you said yes?
Yes, I'm going with you tonight. I'm going to see the Hulk tomorrow with Ray.
You're playing this from all ends, aren't you? You're milking each of us for this vote, aren't you?
I am not taking political grifts here.
You guys need election reform.
Yeah. We got election retards.
Soft money. It's soft money.
Let me ask you this, Wonder Boy, in all seriousness, okay? Does the election mean something to you, and do you want the gig?
Yeah, I want the gig, and we did the election. We said this one really counts.
And you're being serious now?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Let me check with Harry. Harry, were you serious with your vote?
I was very serious with my vote.
Then why did you keep scratching out people's names?
I was confused.
And the only reason why I did it was for dramatic effects.
I was very confused. It was a tight race. Everyone ran a good campaign.
With 4 people, there's no choice.
Wait a minute. Look at me as you're saying it. Did you or did you not talk to him about this before it happened?
No, we never talked.
You're a liar.
No, why would I? It was what I felt in my heart.
Mikey, do you believe that?
I saw them talking.
This is like the South not letting the blacks vote, for God's sake, sitting at the voting booth.
That's the voting booth? They make the decisions not to let them vote at the voting booth? Not Congress or...
No, you idiot. Read history.
That's a book.
American history, the one that your father should know.
All right, stop.
All
right. In all honesty, in 2 elections, the only person who's voted for you is you, and Billy, the only person who's voted for you is you. Yet you both want to be leaders, and you can't get it. Only your own vote can you secure.
Because we are leaders, and it's just the fact that people are scared of that. And they don't want somebody who's strong and in a position of power. It's easier to play with the children than hang out with the adults.
Here's the thing, Billy. You got 1 vote. I got 0. I almost tied you.
How is 1 and 0 almost a tie? Is that
Turkish away from tied, stupid.
So then I'm 1 away from winning, Harry.
Yeah, but
All right, stop. Come on.
I hate it when it turns into grunting.
I know. I hate that, too. I hate it. Can't have an overweight argument every night.
Maybe tomorrow I'll have a meeting with everyone about talking on the mic and just making sure you get right to your point.
You're meeting on
Tomorrow's
Saturday?
Saturday.
All right, there we go. It's back to baby stuff. This is exactly where we were 2 nights ago.
Put your arm down. The war's over.
Don't you have a date tomorrow night anyway?
Is that a shot at me?
Yes. That's a fag joke.
Is that a shot at me, Tiny?
That's a fag joke. Go ahead and enjoy it,
I took you
everybody.
to Nemo.
It's a double fag joke. I don't know what to do with him, Fezzi. Mikey says no. Billy says no. Ray says he wants it. What do you think?
The team leader says yes, though.
Let me and Gary vote. And
well, in all honesty, who would you pick? Without taking a year to do it.
You don't have to look around the room. You know everybody
They're
here.
the same people that have been here all night.
I would probably lean towards Wonder Boy or Mikey D.
Well, you're going to lean towards one.
You can't lean towards Bush and Gore both.
I could do. I'd probably.
See, now
I Wonder Boy.
All right, thank you very much.
who asked you?
I just asked him. All right, I'll check with Gary. Gary,
what do you say?
You've heard this whole clusterfuck.
Well, I mean, now that Wonder Boy's the decisive winner here,
Yeah. Is that it?
I still got to go with my heart, Mikey D.
Oh no. I heard you bring it up.
Why is Mikey D allowed to yell off Mike and influence Gary?
Is that what a leader would do? Yell off Mike?
And why is the young lady Westside not allowed to vote?
All right, yes, she is. We're just moving along normally.
Thank you, Susan B. Drunk.
Westside, I get more of a crush on you every time I see you. I don't know what it is.
The fries.
I eat too many fries. Can I be neutral here?
No, not really.
Not in this room.
I like to stay neutral where I can.
Okay, she don't want to vote.
That's why, Billy. That's why.
Because you put pressure on her.
You get scared very easily.
Yeah.
If we have to go to the Stalker Patty tiebreaker.
Gary, did you feel like Mikey made you change your vote?
No, not at all. I mean, I think Mikey is the most logical choice.
Uh-huh.
We're going to get serious about this for half a second.
Sure.
Okay. He's been in show business since before he was out of diapers.
Oh.
Out of Diapers was his first movie.
Assuming he's out of diapers.
Out of adult diapers. All right, we got to take a break. We come back, and I don't know what to do about the guys. I mean, we've had 2 elections.
Howard Stern, Don and Mike, Bill O'Reilly, Ron and Fez, and the Washington Redskins. 106.7 WJFK.